Yo, this is the Scarcity Studios YouTube channel. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. And our sponsors are Alpha Claims and Hire Birmingham, the leading and best accident management company. Get a replacement car anywhere in 1 hour.
What has stayed with me are the words of Fiona when she spoke to me last Sunday night. She said, "I have been so blessed." Noah was a beautiful soul with a beautiful mind. He poured a whole lifetime of love into my life in 14 short years. What a wonderful tribute from a mother to her son.
I really appreciate you joining me today. And before we start, I want to send my condolences to the mother and family of Noah Donohoe. This is the area that Noah Donohoe disappeared in, Belfast, just off the Shore Road on a housing estate. In the middle of the day, Noah Donohoe disappeared without a trace after being seen riding naked through the Belfast estate. The initial reports from the media and the initial statements from the PSNI, it is believed that Belfast schoolboy Noah Donohoe may have had a head injury after falling off his bike and abandoning his clothing. Police have said in an urgent appeal the 14-year-old left his home in South Belfast on Sunday at around 5:30 p.m. and there have been increasing concerns for his welfare. And this was the 23rd of June 2020. The Belfast Telegraph's coverage of that time. And please feel free to check out the original video that I did as well. And we'll talk about the post-mortem in 1 minute. It is believed they said he had a head injury. This was a narrative that they was pushing with. One person was even arrested for suggesting otherwise. They said that he fell off his bike. A witness said this. Noah was on a black Apollo mountain bike, wearing a black skateboarding helmet, khaki green North Face jacket, green sweatshorts with an emblem on one side, a tie-dye blue hoodie, night trainers with a bright yellow tick, and carrying a khaki rucksack. He was seen on Ormute Avenue at 5:45 and then on Royal Avenue heading towards York Street a short time later. Noah was seen on North Queen Street heading towards Limestone Road at 5:57. Chief Inspector Gavin Kirkpatrick said, "An eyewitness said they saw a young male matching Noah's description fall off his bike on Sunday evening, possibly sustaining a head injury within the vicinity of North Queen Street and York Street, but they don't know the specific time. They believe Noah got back on his bike and cycled down Northwood Road, where he then abandoned all his clothing and was seen a short time later cycling naked. This is when we believe he dropped his bicycle and left the area on foot. There is no further confirmed sightings of Noah since 6:10 on Sunday." Residents on the Shore Road reported on Tuesday that police officers have been in the area checking back gardens. So as you've seen the area, it's quite hard to understand how nobody's seen more details of him. A young boy riding naked down the street and only one person seen that. And we'll come back to that head injury in a moment as well. Noah's bike was found by a woman called Karen Crooks. The woman who found the schoolboy's bicycle spoke of the heartache of not immediately recognising the significance of it. She initially believed the mountain bike had been left by a local child and would quickly be reclaimed. The 36-year-old admitted she burst into tears when she seen the bicycle being taken away by police. She'd hoped that someone had come back for it. The body of the missing 14-year-old schoolboy was found by a specialist search team in an underground storm drain on Saturday, almost 6 days after he was last seen on the Shore Road in North Belfast. It is believed he entered the drain in an area behind Miss Crooks' Northwood home. Miss Crooks told the Belfast Telegraph that she only realised the bicycle was crucial evidence when she saw a post on social media about the missing schoolboy last Monday, the day after Noah failed to return home. He was seen on the Shore Road and on a black Apollo bike. She said my heart sank and she knew the bike sitting on her front doorstep was his. I'm sorry that I wasn't in my living room at the time. If I had been sitting watching TV, I would have seen him. I just keep thinking if I'd have known he was there, maybe I could have done something." Miss Crooks is a mother of 3 and she first saw the bike in her driveway on Sunday evening. "It had been thrown on the ground," she said, "and I went out and picked it up," she recalled. "It was still there when I went to work on Monday." So that's a day after he went missing and nobody had figured out that this bike was his. "It was later on when I saw a piece about Noah on Facebook. I realised the bike must be his. Miss Crooks, who attended the Belfast vigil on Sunday, immediately called the police at 7 p.m. A neighbour's CCTV would later show Noah walking around the back of the Northwood Road home to access the storm drain, which may or may not have been locked. How bizarre. So that's actually quite shocking, because they say this camera showed him. From what I've been told through the family, that camera is now in question. And the police have also refused his mother access to watch it. So what a confusing and mysterious story that is. And since then, they've done a post-mortem inquiry. And the press across Ireland are asking people to stop speculating about his death online. A hearing for the inquest into the death of Noah Donohoe has heard a direct appeal for residents in the area where the 14-year-old disappeared to check their CCTV. Noah's mother Fiona and his aunt attended the hearing in Belfast on Friday. A full inquest is due to take place on January the 18th next year. The family were represented by KRW Law, Neil Murphy and Andre Murphy from Relatives for Justice. A coroner investigating the death of the St Malachi College pupil demanded to end online speculation. The coroner has branded some of the commentary on Noah's death on social media as inaccurate, baseless and potentially criminal. The teenager's body was found in a storm drain near the M2 motorway in June, 6 days after he went missing in the north of Belfast. Police believe he entered the storm drain in Northwood Road area of North Belfast, and he cycled to the area from his home in South shortly before he went missing with no clothes on. Prior to the schoolboy being found and falling off his bike on the Shore Road, his disappearance prompted a major search operation with hundreds of people from across Belfast involved. The coroner said there was an understandable desire with the public to establish what happened to the schoolboy. Last week, a family spokesman said the initial findings of the post-mortem indicated the schoolboy had drowned and not suffered a head injury. One of the police's earlier theories was that Noah sustained a head injury in the fall from his bike, causing him to become disorientated and enter a drain. The coroner said that the post-mortem results were just the first stage and further tests will be conducted. During the 15-minute hearing, the coroner outlined some details around Noah's last movements. He made it clear that Noah had not been seen interacting with any other people on CCTV footage, and police had secured his journey to Northwood Road. His bag containing his laptop was found on North Street, and his phone was found on North Queen Street. The coroner said while some of Noah's items have been recovered, other items have not been found, namely his green coat, his grey Primark shorts with no logo, and white underwear, and a dark green t-shirt with a light green and orange skull image. The coroner told the hearing that there was no evidence that his death was linked to any other deaths, and his solicitor Neil Murphy said he welcomed the call for unhelpful and ill-informed commentary to stop. The family reiterated that to stop as well. Mr. Murphy called on residents in the area where Noah went missing to check their CCTV cameras and recordings. The family said they hoped the inquest would answer questions to how Noah came to be in the state of undress and how he entered the drain. But since that time, and since speaking to a friend of the family, I've found out that the police have not been as helpful as they've made out in the press. They've not been able to see footage, and they've also been told to not be able to actually even speculate on certain potential theories. So the police was able to say whatever they wanted to initially. I'm looking and I'm arranging to try and get an interview with Noah's mother very soon. There's definitely answers that need to be found in this case. And I'm sure that most people hope that it didn't involve other people, that it may have just been a tragic accident. We can't ignore the facts if something doesn't make sense. So I really want to hear what people's opinions are on this. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. Check out our other news on Northern Ireland as well. And I'll be back again soon with some more news. Peace.